Hey guys, today we're going to walk through Treasure Island. But we're not actually going to go through this entrance, which is the main one on the strip. We're instead going to walk around and see some things that you might not notice if you go through that entrance. So anyway, this is out front on the strip, and there's a boat over there, and Senior Frogs, which is currently closed, permanently closed. And then another boat over here. They used to do a show with the pirates jumping off and fire and all kinds of stuff. You can still see the fire, like char on the doors there on the back of that area. And now it's just a sort of static set piece. So, like I was saying, if you go through that door back there, you're not going to see some of the stuff that we're going to see by going around the side. So, if you go on down this side, there's this Gilley's restaurant, which curiously is at least somewhat over water. So if you peer down in there, there's, maybe like 4 feet of water down in there. And also some trash, that hasn't gotten cleaned up. But I don't really know that there's any purpose that the water serves, but it's there all the way back this way too. So whenever casinos say they take out stuff to conserve water, they're not really they might conserve a little bit of water, but that is not the motivator. There's water going all the way back there, and that looks even deeper than 4 feet. Wait, if you come around this way and you walk next to this rope and margarita bar, you're going to end up where the ride share and the passenger drop-off area is, which still has some cool pirate theming. They totally changed the name from Treasure Island to TI, but everybody still calls it Treasure Island. Even the parking lot security is like, "Are you here for Treasure Island?" He didn't say, "Are you here for TI?" when I was driving in a minute ago. So up here, these lights have a whole piratey vibe going on. Those look like candles up in there. And then this whole ceiling architecture has a very pirate ship vibe. So we don't want to go in these doors either, because if you go in those, you still won't see the registration area for the hotel, which is one of the brighter ones in Vegas. So if you keep on walking around this way, and you get to go through a revolving door, and I love going through revolving doors. I just think they're so opulent. And see, this is cool architecture stuff and some lights, and then over here's the valet area. I'm not sure what the current price of valet here is at the Treasure Island. It might be free even, because the parking is free at Treasure Island for everybody. So they might still have free valet, like old school Vegas. And then this looks like it was a water feature, and then they've converted it to artificial plants. So give them a little bit of a knock there, but they do have a revolving door that's self-powered, it's powered by a motor.
No, I need to cut it.
Then over here is the lobby, which looks like it opens up to the pool and a restaurant. Yeah, so there's a restaurant, and then there's the pool out that way. So you can check out the pool that you might be going to while you're checking into the hotel. That's cool. I don't think I've ever paid attention to the pool at Treasure Island. So, hear a little bit of the music coming in. And then there's the lobby here. And then let's go on back out into the casino floor. Well, here's the coffee shop. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday in the summer of 2025, so people are in the coffee shop. Coffee shops are usually busiest, I think, in the morning at casino hotels in Vegas. So we'll just hang towards the right and walk around and see what we see. Well, they've had a few changes lately, or within the last year or so. Senior Frogs used to have a drag brunch and stuff, and it's completely closed. And then this is Gilley's, which is the outside thing that I just showed you a second ago. It had the water underneath. World Famous Bikini Bull Riding, Sunday at 9:30. So hey, if you want to come see bikini bull riding, that's your place. I don't know where else you can see that. I never heard of bikini bull riding before. Looks very country westerny in there. I guess it's open yet. And then there's some community games where you play at an individualized computer, but there's a real dealer that rolls the ball or does some cards. Then I like the architecture stuff in here, which they left, even though they got rid of the Treasure Island name. They still got some little, like tiny little, not real rooms and balconies up there. This looks cute. And then walk on over this way, which is where Senior Frogs used to be. And they did have a show called Uncensored here, which was pretty risque with guys dancing, but it's closed a long time before the whole closing of Senior Frogs. They weren't related. I'm just saying that used to be here too. Like I always say, in Vegas, if there's something you want to see or want to go do, make sure you go do it, because it may or may not be here the next time you go do it or want to go do it. There's a small food court over here to the right, which has got a Krispy Kreme and a Popeyes Chicken. So if you're hungry for a bite to eat. And also a CVS. So a lot of the travel guides in Vegas tell you to go to CVS and get a drink or something. So here you can just go to CVS without ever leaving the casino. So a sandwich is $8.99, which seems to be most of the case around here, except for at the Venetian. So yeah, there's CVS right there, so you can just walk straight from here. This goes to a walkway to get you out to the strip. And then this is timeshare, so unless you want a timeshare, then just politely say no thank you and keep walking. I'm not sure if that opens or if it's just, this one's totally gone. And the bubbly boo is totally gone. And I know this just changed. It was like a nautical themed restaurant. And now it looks like it's Ace Dragon Wok, Asian fusion cuisine. So I'm not sure if it's open yet or getting there. Looks like you can definitely see some rope and theming of what it was, but it's not anymore. it's gotten into, you know, more generic Asian. And then the sports book and the bar. Pretty empty today for 11 o'clock on a Saturday. There's the automated big wheel game. So basically, if you pick like say 6 and it lands on 6, you get 6 times your bet. If it lands on 12, you get 12 times your bet. Or you had a bet on 12. So it's one of the lesser great odds to, I don't know how to word that exactly right, but it's one of the worst odds to play in the casino, I think. You get a 24-hour shop for all your vices and snacks. And then down here is the Cirque du Soleil Mystere, which is, I think, my favorite Cirque du Soleil show. I've seen it quite a few times. And it's always hard to tell people like what a Mystere show is, what a Cirque du Soleil show is, because it's just like moving art. So when you describe it, you're like, there's a giant baby, and you're just like, what the heck, there's a giant baby? But if you come to Vegas and you're only going to see one Cirque du Soleil show, go see Mystere. That's all I can say. It's worthwhile. So this is the escalator to the self-park garage. I think it's interesting. It's quite a long escalator, but it's not anywhere near the length of the escalators at Fontainebleau. Like the one at Fontainebleau is probably 3 times this length. And then once you get up here, there are a few shops in addition to the parking structure. And again, parking is free at Treasure Island for everybody. There's not like an hourly time limit, and it's right on the strip. So, you know, if you're gonna come to Vegas and want to be in this area of the strip, park at Treasure Island, come gamble, do your thing, walk across the street to the Wynn, do some more. It's hard to go wrong. Treasure Island's like not as fancy as the Wynn, of course, but they're both, like, I would take it over MGM and Caesars properties. And then, like I said, up here's the, you know, like just the standard little Molly sort of thing, $1 rent-a-car thing where you can get some little cubes with your photo in it, and a gift shop, which says t-shirts 3 for $13. So if you do park in the parking structure, you're gonna walk in like that, and you're gonna just go down this escalator to the main area. There used to be a Hawaiian-themed sort of tiki restaurant down here, which was cool. They took it out and put in an arcade, which is now called the Cove. So it's still, you know, like got a tiki vibe to it, but it's not like the other restaurant was like old school cheesy. Like it had a wall of water and like little dancing fountains and stuff. You know, so I just appreciate cheese. I like the cheesy theming. I totally gets me every time. So they kept a little bit of the tiki theming, and it's that bar and arcade. Here's your Starbucks. Can't ever get too far from Starbucks in Las Vegas. So straight ahead, out that way, is the pool. And then here is the gaming. So they got like arcade games. And then, you know, back this way, there's more arcade games. Got sports on the TV because, you know, you can't ever have a sports-free area pretty much. So, and over here's like a little duck pin bowling is what the sign said. So, you know, you can chill at a lounge, play some games, foosball. And then here's a little baby bowling alley. Those look pretty cool for race cars. It doesn't seem like it's jam-packed full of games. It's more just like bigger games. For an arcade, it's got a nice vibe. Oh, look, and people are actually doing the bowling over here. So, then you can play jet pong, which looks like it's a version of beer pong without the beer. And then over here looks like it's an exit to the pool area for emergencies, I guess. Looks like at one point it was an automatic door that would just open, but not right now. So yeah, so if you want to chill like Treasure Island, you can go to CVS, you can get your drinks, you can go to the food court and get some $9 chicken sandwich, you can come play at the arcade, there's a pool, and you can see bikini bull riding. So, you know, I think it's getting a win. And you can go to the win, the YWNN. So head back out here, go back towards the main casino floor. Let's see what else we see out there. And actually the sports was only pretty much like in the bar area. So it looks like it's open 11 a.m. daily and closes at 1 during the week and 2 a.m. on the weekends. But yeah, Mystere, give it a thumbs up. Go check it out if you want to see a Cirque show. And this is a timeshare area again. They sometimes have like a car in there and stuff to entice you, but looks like there's no car right now to say, come in and get this. Potentially. Let's see what the big wheel. I'm gonna guess 1. 1 is the most common number on the wheel. It only pays 1 to 1. So looks like 6 is gonna be the winner. Yeah, we did not get it. And then this is back out towards the main area, where we started at. You know, with the giant ships on the outside. So if you came in and just walked straight in from the door where the ships are, you'd be walking down this hallway. So I think that pretty much covers the Treasure Island / TI. If you liked the video, it'd be great if you subscribed. And if you really liked the video, it'd be great if you gave it a thumbs up too. I'd appreciate it. Either way, I'll be back before too long. Oh wait, I forgot this. I think this is cool. Like, you know, I guess it's carved out of an ivory tusk or something, which is no these days, but like somebody spent so much time carving these little people out of it. Woolly mammoth. Oh, so it's a woolly mammoth tusk. So anyway, that's cool. There's some stuff to see in here, which I appreciate. So if you like the video, you know the routine. Anyway, I'll be back before long. Thanks for watching. See that guy's face up there? What's he got in his mouth? Either way, I'll be back before long. Thanks for watching. Bye.